What's going on, guys? I have not filmed something for YouTube in quite a bit, but I wanted to share this with you guys today. So, leveling up on your health and you don't have support from anybody. So, your significant other is not on board with you. Maybe you are a teenager and your parents are not on board with you. It makes transition to a healthy lifestyle that much more difficult. So, what do you do in a situation like that? I get questions about this all the time, so I just wanted to talk about it. Okay, so there are different things that you can try. Number one, you can try planting the seed indirectly. Okay, so this means saying, for example, I saw something on TV today, this 70-year-old marathon runner, and I found that really interesting. I would love to be able to run a marathon when I'm 70. Or something like I read this article that by doing this, and that, you can lower your risk of heart disease or cancer or something like that, right? So just indirectly, like bringing up topics that have to do with health and see where the conversation goes from there. Another thing you can do is, instead of being indirect, you can just be very direct, and you could just say, hey, I am tired of feeling this way. I am tired of living this way. I am not happy with, whatever it is that you personally are dealing with, and just say, these are my goals. This is what I want to change. Would you be willing to support me? So just being very direct about it and putting that conversation out there, putting yourself out there, and then asking for their support, so take the conversation from there. Another thing is, so let's say you want to start living a healthy lifestyle and your spouse is like, yeah, I support you, or your parents are like, yeah, I support you, but there's financial troubles. Let's say you're financially obligated to eat whatever it is that your parents bring home, or you're financially obligated to eat what the family is eating because you can't afford to buy meals for yourself. So in the case where you are a spouse, one thing I suggest is to offer to do the groceries, offer to do the shopping, so that you can go ahead and start buying some healthier alternatives. Okay, so some replacements. So it's not necessarily you're going to do a 1, 2, 3 switch on everybody. Take some of their favorite meals and just kind of turn things around a little bit. So let's say you always use this corn oil for cooking. Well, instead, maybe you're just going to use a coconut oil, okay? Or let's say you always buy white bread. You're just going to switch this time and buy whole grain white. Whole grain white is still really processed, but it's at least a step in the right direction. Until next time, you can just buy plain 100% whole wheat. Or let's say that you always buy fried French fries, okay? Well, then maybe you can instead either make your own baked French fries, or you can just buy some already done, okay? So just buying baked versions of things instead of fried versions. So there's just different ways around it. You just have to kind of take a look and see about what you can change in that aspect. The other thing is to, and I'm looking this way because I have stuff written down. Whatever you are doing, okay, so you're in the middle of your healthy lifestyle, do not act miserable or angry. So when you're, someone comes home and has like a giant meal of unhealthy whatever it is, and you are offered some, and you want to say yes, but you say no, because you want to be strong and set the example. Okay, whatever you do in setting your example, do not be miserable and do not judge other people based on what they are eating and doing. Okay, so let's say you want to get up and go for a run and everyone else wants to sleep in. Well, that's fine. Don't judge them for sleeping in. You get up and you go for your run or go for your walk, whatever it is that you do, because you're getting healthy for you. You're not getting healthy to get someone else healthy. You might be, actually. I know some people that want to start getting healthy because they see someone going down a really bad road. So in that case, like, you have to set the example. Whatever you do, stick to your guns, okay? And stick it out, be strong, because in the end, this is really what it's all about. People want to see if you are going to do what you're doing long after you've been talking about it, long after you presented the information and I rejected it and I don't want to join you. Do you believe in what you are saying enough to still live it out, even if it means on your own? So you want to live this healthy lifestyle. No one wants to join you in it, but are you still going to do what you're doing, even when no one else does? Do you believe in it enough? And that's basically what people want to see. Like, they don't want to join you for this, quick 1, 2, 3. Oh, you always have different ideas. You never stick them out. Like, I'm not going to be on board with you this time. Like, you have to stick this out. So be the example. Be the example so people can join you, so they can see that you're serious and so they can see your results. So this goes back to not just results physically, but even like emotionally. This goes back to, are you being miserable? So you're at work and everyone ordered out and you brought your own food. Like, don't sit there and judge them and be all angry, because that's not inviting anyone into your lifestyle. No one's going to be like, hey, I'm sure that whatever is in that Tupperware, like, you look really angry. Like, please tell me what it is, because I want some of that. I want to be miserable with you. Like, anything that creates a restriction that people see as restricted and has limits, like, they don't want that. No one wants that. That's not inviting. So if that's the attitude that you're going to have, for one thing, then you need to analyze something that's not going right with the way that you are transitioning to a healthy lifestyle. Because if you're feeling like you're having way too many restrictions, then you probably are, and you need to kind of take a step back. So that's just something that you need to analyze personally. But aside from that, being the example, sticking to your guns, sticking it out, whatever that you're going to do. If it means that everyone else is drinking soda and you're just going to drink water, then stick with your water and like stick it out. People will see, like, this person's been doing it for months now. I didn't think they were going to last, but now I can see that they're serious about it. Like, so you have to do what you're doing. You have to stick it out. Let's see, what else did I have written down? That's basically like the gist of it, sharing your goals with them, asking them to support you. When they don't want to join you, you have to do it for yourself. If you're doing it for somebody else, then still be the example so that they can see that you are serious about it. And even when you don't feel like doing it, even when you don't have anyone around you that's doing it, do you believe in it enough to continue on doing what you're preaching? So, I hope that helps a little bit. If you guys have anything yourselves personally that you do, that you recommend, that's worked for, your life, your spouse, or, in your home in general. If you're a kid, maybe you're like, I'm going to join a sport. Will you guys support me? Will you try to get me some healthier stuff at the grocery store, things that'll help me, in my sports performance, whatever it is. Like, there's ways around it. So it's just about, getting the different ideas, but whatever you do, just staying motivated, keeping yourself encouraged. So I hope that helps. And if you guys have any tips or anything, please comment them below. If you like this video, obviously you should like it, really. And I'll see you guys on the next video.